All right, so here is how we can report on the police and report on people and hold them accountable. But I'm also going to show you how to look up these folks so you can find out some of their criminal histories. Yo, it's your guy Trey Love. I want to thank you all for liking, commenting, sharing, and being a part of my page and helping me grow this channel. Please stay tuned to the end of this video. I'm going to give you guys some gems so you guys can make sure you report these people and hold them accountable. All right. So first of all, I want to thank you guys for supporting my videos. Like I said, you guys saw the video I did with the MTA. When people talk about the government corrupt, we have to realize this thing's just like this. They have a checkpoint here where they're checking people's backpacks. These are police officers, probably a supervisor, checking people's backpacks, not knowing that the Constitution's Fourth Amendment says they can't search anyone's backpack without having a warrant. You guys saw the videos I did on the street with the police bothering the vendors. This is what the police are good for. These people is trying to sell their groceries and make some money. No crime happening, but instead police want to destroy their stuff. No drugs being sold, there's no criminals here. But this is what they get paid to do, to destroy lives. You guys see how I interact with the MTA officers with
Yeah, I was waiting for this. How we doing? Come here, come talk to me. I don't have no receipt. Come talk to me. I've been waiting for y'all to finally stop me. How you doing? How you doing today?
I'm not a faggot. Anyways, can I see a,
Nah, you can't see nothing.
the librarians when they try to violate our rights. But we have to start holding them accountable. So today I'm going to focus on the police officers. Many of you have asked me, how do I look up the reports from the police officers? But I don't want you guys to just look up the police reports. I want you to look up the police reports and hold them accountable, because there's strength in numbers. And if you guys saw my last video when the police arrested that young boy off the street, underneath Title 42 U.S. Code 1983, underneath Title 42 U.S. Code 1983, this is a civil rights violation. This is deprivation of rights under the color of law. Title 18 U.S. Code 241 and 242. You're unlawfully detaining this guy. What is his charge? What are your... We asked them for their certain documents and stuff, right? Every time you guys interact with these officers, you guys need to get their business cards, badge numbers, and put it inside of these videos. I purposely do that. And it's not just so you guys can see their criminal record, but it's so that you guys can have enough evidence within your repertoire to be able to hold them accountable. Because as members of We the People, I know they didn't want to give me details in that video because they said I wasn't kin to the young man they were taking away. But We the People do have the right to stand up for each other. So in every one of my videos where you guys see the police name, badge number, and stuff like that, you as a member of the society, you guys have seen that phrase before, right? If you see something, say something. That applies for us too. So every time you guys have seen one of my videos where I go through and I flag the police for what they're doing and I order people, you guys can go and report these officers based on what you see to report them and hold them accountable. For me, it's a strength in numbers. All right. So, and if you guys have any videos with you guys ordering officers or anything like that, please tag, use on my TikTok, use at God Equity Law, tag us. And if you might comment on the videos, repost it or something like that, so we can start bringing awareness to the police injustices. And if you guys can get their badges and stuff like that, it'll make it easier. I'm gonna show you guys how I do all of that. All right, so the first thing I do is I have to look up how to hold the police accountable, right? So give me a second, let me get my list. Let me go to one police. I have all my links inside of one folder. It just makes it easier to find everything. So this is the website that I use right here. So I'm going to look up police officers badge 50-a.org. So I'm going to click on that because that's where we're going today. All right. Now, once you have, let's say, their business card or their numbers, this is how you look them up. We can see the shield number is 3372 and it's Giambo, police officer Giambo. So we come right here. We enter the badge number 33372. We hit search and it's Giambo. It's this guy right here. So this is who we just looked up. All right, so we can see on this guy, I pulled one of the random business cards I got over the past couple of months. This guy is from the 104th precinct, which he did write that. He's been working there since April 2022. Service started October 2021. He made $139,000 last year for their taxes. So it's very important we talk about this because we can always look up how much they're supposed to make compared to how much they're actually making. And if they're getting any kind of incentives from any other place where they're not supposed to get, it's a violation of Article 1, Section 10, and emolument violation, because they can only earn the reasonable wage that we, the people, prescribe to them. So I come here now. Some of the people you guys have seen, they have like a long history of assaults and brutality and stuff like that. But even just in these videos here that you guys see when I look up these people, we can utilize these details to build a case. Like one of the guys we had when we the story with the police officers who pulled over that young man over here in Queens, and looked up his police record. He had a long list of atrocities that he did towards people of color. Most of his complaints, and a long list of complaints too. And we can show that when building our court cases to talk about how they are not, how these people have criminal records. They're harassing people. And if it was us doing that, we would have been held accountable. But they're doing that and they're still getting paid, making that kind of massive money. So these are how you can build your cases, by showing that these officers who are arresting you have a history of negligence. But we don't want to stop there. I'm going to show you another one, all right? Now, once you get their complaints, you can report them, all right? And this is what I want all of you guys to do. I don't want you guys to just watch this video, then don't do anything about it. I want you guys to start holding them accountable, right? All right, yeah, so I was saying, you can visit the CCRB, which is the Civilian Complaint Review Board. And you can come right here and you can file a complaint. All right, file a complaint online. It's pretty easy. You go down, you follow the steps. So if you have their business cards, you know you can put all the details in yours, right? So they want to know your first name, their last name is what they call it. Those are stars. Your legal name doesn't have no stars next to them. Date of birth, you don't have to fill out. Phone number, they want you to fill out so they can contact you. Alternative phone is blank. Maybe you have permission to text you. You can let them yes or no. You can have them send you an email. They want your mailing address. If you have one, you can place it here. All right. They want your pronouns. It should only be he or she. All these other stuff is stupid. Gender, male and female. Preferred language. You can put what you want to put. Stuff like that. Language interpretation needed. You let them know exactly what it is that you're looking for, right? Race, ethnicity. None of that matters. It's a violation of my right to even answer these questions. Right to privacy, right? Housing status, you can put where you are, if you're homeless, what you're going through, a situation like that. You can document that. Are you a victim? Yes or no. Were there additional civilian witnesses? Yes or no. So it's good to have these witnesses. That's why when I'm starting to audit, I go with teams so we can have witnesses there. We go to certain places, we can have witnesses give their testimony to hold them accountable. Incident report. All right. It has the date of incident, time of incident. If the exact time is unknown, location of incident, the borough. As far as you know, is there a summons associated with this incident? Did you receive a business card from any of the officers? Remember, a business card is something that they all have to have. They have to identify themselves. So anytime they don't give you that, they're violating their oath of office. They're acting negligent. They're filling as fiduciaries. Description of the incident. Guys, when you guys type up these descriptions, here's a key, right? Utilize the correct language. Stop using all the stuff that you use. Use the Constitution. Use fiduciary law. Use these powerful things that help to strengthen your argument, and stop talking about, oh, they did this. It just go straight to the powerful language, the violations. You need to, when you add too much details, that's irrelevant. It just makes them not want to look at your case. You just go straight to the facts. Make it powerful. All right. Police officer information, their rank, their first name, last name. Is this officer, they have the option, the officer that allegedly committed misconduct, the officer that witnessed the alleged misconduct, I don't know. They have options, officer's gender, officer's race. You want to get as much of these as possible, okay? Officer precinct, do you know the officer's badge? Was the officer in uniform? Was the officer in plain clothes? All right, so as you guys can see, there's a bunch of stuff here you can utilize to send them a notice. So now remember, when you guys see any of my videos and you guys see that I have the police's identity listed there, you guys can sit here and complain about it. It does nothing. You can like, comment, and share in the video, helping to go on my page so I can keep on doing this. That does a lot so I can spread the word. But also with that, I want you guys to go to that website, the Civilian Complaint Review Board. If you guys need the site, message me and I'll send it out to you. And where we can file these complaints. If we have 10, 20, 30 of us filing complaints against the same officer, it has a lot of power, it has strength. And with us recording these things that we see, we all see the same that's happened on. We're all witnesses and we can testify to what took place. It doesn't matter if you're not involved. As members of the public, as we the people, all of us can stand for each other. So I know they like to say, oh, you're not family, has nothing to do with you. It does, because it's the public safety. And when they can take away one man or woman's right, they can take away yours. And the same way you want someone to speak up for you, you should speak up for them. Because the more of us that speak up against the same atrocities, the more we can bring attention to it and cause it to stop. Now, I do things like I don't use case laws for the most part, but I throw case laws in there when I write up these documents to them so they can see it. But actually, I'm going to throw in a gem. I'm going to throw in, I'm going to read the last write-up that I wrote so you guys can have an idea of some of the things that I put together. So hold on one second. All right, I'm about to show you guys my PDF that I put together. If you guys don't know how to organize your PDFs to make your files easy to read so you can transfer it up to either your attorney, your counsel, whoever, you guys can contact me. I do a class on how to use PDFs and how to organize them so your documents can be nice and situated. So this is the last thing that I sent to them. As you can see, documented on June 21st, 2026. The following portion were served to the Civilian Complaint Review Board via the website portal. At that, put the website link. Files sent to, includes who I sent it to. Files sent included my master exhibit list, the blank property voucher, and certain other things. So it's documented there. And here is what I wrote to them. I'm not gonna lie, this was a quick write-up that I did, so it might not be like the most strongest in language, but it'll give you guys a gist of what we do, right? All right. I was sitting at home live streaming, and officers started knocking at my door. They alleged they had a warrant, but one was never provided. Video recording will show that I remained calm and spoke to the officers calmly while requesting a judicial warrant that was never once provided to me, even to date. My doors were then breached by an army of unidentified officers using heavy tools to trespass onto my property. They then restrained me, searched my body, disarmed me, cut my religious beads from around my neck, and humiliated me in the community. I was later forced to sit in the dirty, cramped cells with fecal matters on the wall, dangerous men and women around me, deprived of proper nourishment. They then unlawfully took my fingerprints, captured my images, and created materials degrading my character and calling me a criminal, without being given the opportunity afforded to hear the charges at trial and bring my case in front of a competent jury of my peers, as stated in Article 3, Section 2, Clause 3 of the Constitution, and again repeated in the Bill of Rights, 7th Amendment. I repeated reminded the officer of their oaths of the Constitution, of the Constitution, and again repeated in the Bill of Rights, the 7th Amendment. I reminded the officers of their oath to the Constitution, both on and off their cameras. And I was mocked and ridiculed with statements like, "Let's see the Constitution get you out of this," and "street lawyer," a term they appear to utilize for anyone who speaks about their rights. I was then released in criminal court and told that I could not go back home, my place of livelihood, which housed family heirlooms and artifacts that are now unretrievable. All this took place while I am afflicted with numerous documented medical conditions, which has further been exacerbated. I then went to retrieve what property I could from the confines of the officer's unlawful possession, but I only had a blank property voucher that they gave to me. I was given back a few personal items, but the rest of my property were plundered and placed in possession of third parties acting in accord with the police or other parties at all, which means all parties. At all is simply, if you don't know the names of the parties, which says at all right there, ETL, if you don't know the names of all the parties and you need to get your case started, you can put at all as a list of people you're bringing a case against, so they can know there's other people's listed that might not have been written in so far. All right. I am now homeless, have lost my business, my livelihood, my means of survival. This has caused me mental turmoil and anguish, physical pain, placing me into the hospital, public humiliation, and degrading inhumane treatment. I have been unable to to seek remedy. I put seem to seek remedy in the courts. Utilizing Title 28 U.S. Code 1914 and alleging that I must first pay the courts before I can exercise my right to petition for regents or grievance. So I kept it real simple. I let them know it is evidence. I let them know I asked them for a warrant judicially, and nothing was provided. Then I took a screenshot showing them that I got a response from the CCRB. Thank you for submitting your complete, so they know that it was sent. All right. So, all right, in the document, I use many keywords to highlight things that would trigger look into the 8th Amendment, from cruel and unusual punishment, from the Geneva Conventions, from the Bill of Rights, from the Constitution. And these words are here to trigger them to realize these things are going past. When I spoke about they trespass against my property and judicial warrants, these are here to let them know. And this is what each of you can do. When you guys, if you guys don't want to audit, help people like me audit. I'm going to show you guys the names, the badges. I'm going to give you guys a full story with the background. And you guys can start complaining. It doesn't matter if you're not in New York, where I am. You could be in any state. If you witness a public servant, a fiduciary, acting outside of their capacity, acting ultra-virus, as members of We the People, it is all of our positions to utilize our voices to speak up and to hold them accountable. So when you guys see these videos, please continue liking, commenting, sharing, but don't stop there. Visit the CCRB website and start filing these complaints and holding them really accountable. All right? Appreciate you guys.